A dangerous development in a long-running dispute between India and Pakistan over the Kashmir region. India announced on Thursday it had launched a number of what it called surgical strikes in Pakistan-controlled areas. Such a move would set a precedent and mark a significant escalation in the regional conflict. But Pakistan says the strikes simply did not happen. Shweta Bajaj reports from New Delhi.
Thursday began in India with news of an emergency cabinet meeting called by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. A few hours later came the announcement by India's defence spokesperson that the army struck militant base camps in Pakistan to stop them from infiltrating into the country to conduct terror attacks.
Based on very specific and credible information which we received yesterday, that some terrorist teams had positioned themselves at launch pads along the line of control with an aim to carry out infiltration and terrorist strikes in Jammu and Kashmir and various other metros in our country. The Indian Army conducted surgical strikes last night at these launch pads.
Across the border, Pakistan denied any such strikes took place, calling India's account a fabrication. It reported 2 of its soldiers were killed and 9 others injured in what was described as an exchange of small arms fire. And Pakistan's defence minister put India on warning about such provocations in the future.
If they ever violate the line of control again, if there is another violation of the ceasefire, God willing, Pakistani forces will give them a tough response.
Tensions between the two nations have risen even higher than usual following an attack on an Indian army camp in Kashmir earlier this month. 18 Indian soldiers were killed in the assault, which India blames on Pakistan. Pakistan, however, denies any involvement. The strikes follow an Indian campaign to isolate Pakistan diplomatically, coming one day after the government announced it would pull out of a regional summit set for November, a decision that prompted other nations to follow suit. But according to the Indian military, the threat of infiltration was endangering its citizens, forcing it to use military action now. India is asking villagers living in critical zones along its border with Pakistan to evacuate and move to safer areas as a precautionary measure. Shweta Bajaj, CCTV, New Delhi, India.